Hello everyone, welcome to FLT channel. Today we will talk about numbers in Indonesian from 1 to 10 and also their etymology and their relation with other Austronesian numbers. As an introductory, Indonesian belongs to Austronesian languages, and Austronesian languages are probably the most geographically spread out language family in the world. It covers from north from Taiwan to south to Philippines to Malay to Indonesia and to New Zealand, from west from African Madagascar to east to Hawaii and much further to Easter Island. From the standpoint of historical linguistic, the place of origin of the Austronesian languages or the Heimat of Austronesian language family is most likely the main island of Taiwan, also known as Formosa, Ilha Formosa, the beautiful island. It spread from there to south to Indonesia, to west to Madagascar, to east to Melanesia, Micronesia, and Polynesia. Now let's see how similar Indonesian numbers to some other Austronesian languages. Satu, 1. Satu is derived from Proto-Austronesian words sha and batu. Sha or asha or isha is the Proto-Austronesian word for 1. Indonesian word asa comes actually from this Proto-Austronesian word, and it is also the root for the Indonesian prefix se, which means 1 or a or an. In the other side, batu means stone. Together they become word shabatu, similar like Indonesian word sebatu, which in current definition literally means a stone. However, although nowadays batu is not an Indonesian numeral classifier, it is not a counter word or a measure word, not like word buah or biji, but we don't know for sure whether long time back it possibly was. Some Austronesian languages like Tomonuo and Makassarese evidently has the word batu as a numeral classifier, covering the function of word buah. So in that case, sebatu would no longer really mean a stone, but would have a similar meaning like it does now in words sebuah or sebiji, means one of something. And from that state possibly evolved, become a new independent word, means one. Also in Javanese word sichi means one. It comes from word sawichi, from sa and wichi. Wichi itself comes from a classifier word biji, from a word means seed. Moreover, Indonesian word suatu, which is an Indonesian indefinite article like a or n in English, but for abstract or conceptual nouns, comes from word sawatu, which comes from word sa and word watu, which also came from word batu. So from here we can see that satu and suatu are also related. 2. Indonesian dua is very Austronesian. It comes from Proto-Malayo-Polynesian word duha, which comes from Proto-Austronesian word dusa. It has same root like the word dusa of Paiwan, a Formosan language in Taiwan, word tusa of another Formosan language, Amis, also as the word dalawa in Tagalog, Filipino, lua in Samoan, elua in Hawaiian, rua in Makassarese from South Sulawesi, rua in Maori, New Zealand, and in Rapa Nui of Easter Island, rua in Malagasy of Madagascar, or even for loro in Javanese, which probably sounds a little bit different. The word loro itself is actually a reduplication form of ro, which also comes from an old Javanese word rua. Tiga, 3. Most of Austronesian languages have word telu as their root for word 3, and it's a mystery where Indonesian or Malay word tiga actually comes from. Although not everything supports this theory, but some hypotheses say that tiga might come from a Middle Indic word tiga, the equivalent of Sanskrit word trika, means triple, and some hypotheses say that Austronesian word for 3 correlates somehow with philosophy of egg, that an egg has triple layers. Let's have a look at this. A Proto-Austronesian word for 3 is telu, and the Proto-Austronesian word for egg is katelur or atelur. Do you think they sound similar one to each other? Let's have a closer look to their Javanese words. A Javanese word for 3 is telu, which is kromo, tiko, and the kromo word for egg is tikan. An old Javanese word for egg are han telu, han trini, or han tiko. And the Indonesian or Malay word for egg is telur. In Malay, it's even pronounced as telur, which sounds even closer to telu. And not in Indonesian but in Malay, telur is also means testicle, which may be why Malay didn't want to use that taboo word in counting, and instead they prefer to use another word. 4. 4. Indonesian word empat is very Austronesian. It comes from Proto-Malayic word empat, from Proto-Malayo-Polynesian word epat, from Proto-Austronesian word sepat. It is related with Amis word sepat, with Paiwan word sepat, with Javanese word papat as the reduplication form of pat, with Sundanese word opat, with Tagalog Filipino word apat, with Malagasy word efacha, with South Halmahera and North West New Guinea word fat, with Samoan word fa, with Maori word fa, with Hawaiian word eha or Rapa Nui word ha. Here also we see that the consonant shifted from P to F then to H, and also the further to east, the less consonants are there. From about 25 consonants of the Proto-Austronesian, and Proto-Polynesian has the fewest phonemes, for instance only about 8 to 10 consonants in Hawaii and Maori. 5. Indonesian word lima is also very Austronesian. It comes from Proto-Austronesian word lima, the most consistently pronounced one across many Austronesian languages. He will say that lima also correlates philosophically with another word kalima, means hand, since a hand has 5 fingers. Some Austronesian languages even have the same word lima for 5 and hand as a homonym. For example, Paiwan, Sakizaya language, Makassarese, and many more. 6. Indonesian word enam comes from Proto-Austronesian word enam. It is related with Javanese word enam, Amis word enam, Paiwan word unam, Tagalog word anim, Polynesian word ono, and also Malagasy word enna. They basically share the same root enam. 7. While most Austronesian languages have pitu as their Proto-Austronesian root for 7, Indonesian word tujuh for 7 comes from Austronesian root tuzu, means to point or to give direction. It has the same root of Indonesian word tuju or menuju, means to aim to, or tuju with suffix an becomes tujuan, means goal or purpose. It also has the same root with tunjuk or menunjuk, means to point to, and tunjuk with infix l becomes telunjuk, means index finger. Wilkinson has noted that word tujuh as an innovative word for 7 comes possibly from the hand's fingers positions that index finger is pointing, indicating number of 7 in the historical system of finger counting. The usage words of tujuh include some parts of Austronesian languages in Borneo or Kalimantan, Aceh Chamic languages, Makassarese, but also Sundanese. 8. While the Proto-Austronesian word for 8 is walu, Indonesian word for 8 is delapan. It comes from Proto-Malayic words dua alapan, from Proto-Austronesian roots dusa and alap. Literally means to taken, or more clearly to taken away from 10. Malay word lapan for 8 is actually a shortened form of delapan. Indonesian also use word lapan in colloquial, but delapan as the standard one, while in Malay it's the opposite, lapan is the standard one for 8. Sundanese also has the same root for its word dalapan, and even more consistently, Sundanese also has the same structure for its word 9, salapan. It comes from words asa, alapan, or asha and alap, means one taken away from 10. 9. Similar like Indonesian word for 8, Indonesian or Malay also doesn't follow the Proto-Austronesian word siwa for 9, but has the word 9 from Proto-Malayic words asa ambilan. Ambil itself is the general Malay word for alap, which also means to take. So etymologically, it also means one taken away from 10, similar like the Sundanese word salapan. And by the way, if you recognize it, the word delapan and 9 as the Indonesian words for 8 and 9 means 2 taken and 1 taken before 10 are actually the opposite constructs to the English or Germanic words for 11 and 12. Since 11 and 12, or German 11 and 12, etymologically come from Proto-Germanic words einalev or einaslev and twalif or twilif. Einos is the Proto-Germanic word for German word eins, means 1, and zwei is the Proto-Germanic word for zwei or zwo, and leaf means leftover. So together they mean 1 left after 10 and 2 left after 10. How do you think about those similarities? 10. 10 is again very Austronesian. It comes from Proto-Austronesian word sha and pulu or shapulu, literally means a 10 or 110. So it relates strongly with the Javanese word 10, Sundanese word 10, Paiwan word tapulu, and more or less with Tagalog or Filipino word sampu, Samoan word 10, Amis word pulu, Malagasy word fulu. An interesting phenomenon is that Indonesian word satu, which is equivalent to English word one, and Indonesian prefix se, which is somehow equivalent to the English word a or n, both share the same older root, in this case Proto-Austronesian word asha. The interesting thing is that English word one and English word a or n is also shared the same older root, in this case from Old English word on, which came from Proto-Germanic word ainas. Both Indonesian word se and English word a or n are used as a singular indefinite article to talk about what, while Indonesian word satu and English word one are used to talk about how many. So for example, if we say, what do you see? Or apa yang kamu lihat? We answer it, for example, aku melihat seekor kutu, I see a flea. Or aku melihat sebuah buku, I see a book. And if we say, how many do you see? Or berapa yang kamu lihat? So we answer, aku melihat 1 ekor kutu, I see 1 flea. Or aku melihat 1 buah buku, I see 1 book. It indicates the number of how many. We see 1 and not 2. 1 bukan 2. The difference only is that in Indonesian we normally put a classifier like ekor, buah, orang, and so on to differentiate what kind of things we are talking about. As an overview, these are the Proto-Austronesian numbers from 1 to 10. Esha, dusa, telu, sepat, lima, enam, pitu, walu, siwa, shapulu. And here are the Indonesian ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 7, 8, and 9 have different roots. Some people say because telu, pitu, walu, and siwa sound similar like Malay's taboo word or words that people believed would bring unfortune if people used them somehow. Telu sounds similar to word telur, which in Malay means egg or testicle. Pitu sounds similar to piatu, means orphan. Walu sounds similar to Malay word balu, means widow. And siwa to word sial, means bad luck. So Malay people prefer to use other new words to make the counting good and smooth. This is for this section. So, how are the numbers in your language or languages? How similar are they to Indonesian or Austronesian languages? If your language is also Austronesian, do you recognize them? Please share your opinions and feedback to the comment section. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button so we'll get notified for my new videos. Please share this video to others, and if you'd like me to create other videos, please share your ideas in the comment section. This is Fabian. Thank you for watching FLT channel.